Welcome to another episode of the FYE Podcast. Today
And this podcast is going to be casual.
we're going to keep it casual.
Look, take a seat. If you're listening to this, take a seat,
Yeah.
relax, take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath, a seat, take anything you need to prepare for this
Crazy year.
For this episode.
So this podcast, we're going to be, it's going to be casual, and we're going to be talking about the how we've dealt with COVID so far. 2020 was a long year. So what our process was from the beginning of the year to the end, and what precautions we're taking. And you have an interesting story of your family had COVID, right?
Yeah, so my family, almost all of us, so we're 5 in total. And I have 2 siblings, a brother and a sister. And me and my brother didn't get it, but my sister, my mom, and my dad did. My dad got it first, so he's probably the one that brought it in because he's a truck driver, so he goes. And then he brought it back, and he was, I don't remember exactly how things happened, but he started feeling really bad and then started feeling better. But then right when he started feeling better, my mom and my sister got it. And it hit them pretty bad. Yeah, though, for them, it was a bit more harsh. But that was I don't even remember, maybe 3-4 months ago. Yeah, so they're fine now, but yeah, it's kind of scary.
Because I hear so many stories of my friend has it.
And I think that's what it was at first. It was I didn't know anyone, and then it started hearing about cases of people that I know. People that I know people that have it.
Yeah.
And then it was people that I know have it. And then now it's just my mom just comes in the room sometimes and it's oh, your cousin has it. It's just oh, okay. It's not even a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it's oh well.
Yeah, as long as it's someone that they seem they're healthy, right? So it's not a concern.
I think it's really interesting that we can flash back to January of our academic year at UTRGV, and it was cut short. Our semester was literally cut short, and we had to stay inside. We couldn't go anywhere. At least that's how it was for me. Was it like that for you?
Yeah, it seemed like some of those classes, maybe I shouldn't say this, but some of those classes, it feels like I didn't even finish them.
Yeah.
It was okay, we're going to keep doing what we're doing just online. And then some of them we did, and some of them it's kind of the class just faded out into the summer. We didn't take a test or anything.
And what's crazy, we both had similar, I'm sure you were taking theater courses, right?
Yeah.
So that's just something that's so hard to transition to online.
Mm-hmm.
So and similar with me, because I was taking a lot of broadcasting, TV production courses where the entire essence of the course was to be in the TV production room and use the cameras, and that just wasn't a possibility that.
Yeah.
As much as the professors were trying to be as resourceful to us as possible, it just ended up coming down to film something on your phone and edit it with whatever you have, and we'll just see what happens. And it's crazy. And I think we saw professors getting more knowledgeable over the summer when the courses were going to be more online.
Yeah, you see now that they're, I guess, more tech savvy. Before, some classes we wouldn't even use Blackboard or anything, and now everything has to be there. So yeah, I was supposed to, at the beginning of this semester, I was supposed to have 3 hybrid classes. It was an art one, lighting technology for theater, and advanced film production. But they canceled film production, and my art one ended up being just online, which sucks because art is kind of something you like to go in and to a peaceful, because the classes in the art building are really cool.
Yeah.
So you just go in and it's really quiet and everything. So now only my lighting technology class is hybrid. And only last week was the first time that we met, and it was just 5 of us at the same time. And it was really cool. It was so fun.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because that's not a class that I necessarily like, because online it just didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
But we went. It was really cool. We were, of course, like we disinfected our hands and everything, and we were actually like working with the lights, and I learned how to clip them onto the theater on top
Yeah.
of the stage. There's like a lot of metal parts. I don't know what to call it. It's like a catwalk, and that's where you clip all the lights that are going to be for the show. And so we were learning how to do that, and it was really really cool.
A lot of my courses, luckily enough, I was fortunate to have done like most of my on-hand courses before COVID. So all my courses now
Oh
are just like the ones I had in this spring and fall of last year were like more in book, like kind of on paper
yeah.
kind of courses, like
Hmm.
principles of marketing and stuff like that, where like you don't really need to be on site with those. It's not that big of a shift, basically.
Yeah.
And even now, like my psychology courses, they're the professors are just uploading their lectures from like last year. So
Mm.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what they're doing, but it seems like it. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
seems
In
like,
one of my classes, I already have like all the due dates for my assignments, and they're from like 2020.
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's one way to do it, right? I mean,
Yeah, just
why put
update
any
it as you.
effort?
Just
I'm
update it as
joking.
you're going. Yeah,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
it's jokes. It's jokes,
It's
guys.
all jokes here, but it is
Don't
crazy.
fire us.
Um, but now I guess we're getting used to it. We're not alone. You know, I'm sure lots of other people were struggling, and like now we're getting back into the groove of hopefully being able to get back in class. When the cases
Mhm.
go down, the vaccine becomes more readily available, and when people can continue taking the precautions that they already are, I see a future that's bright for fall 2021 where
Yeah,
maybe we
hopefully.
can have more in person. But, anyways, let's transition to where have we been going? You know,
Right. Yeah.
so I
So.
personally last week went to a party of 100 people, no masks. I'm just joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. That's horrible. That's horrible. No, you don't want to be
Like, I'm
doing
glad we're
that.
doing this through Zoom.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We should. Yeah, we should definitely. No masks. Absolutely no masks. Anyways, it's a joke. It's crazy that I have found that going to the park more now with the
Mm.
mask and like just running. Like there's a, I think it's called Pendleton Park.
Is that in Edinburgh?
I believe so. If it's not, I could be mistaken for another. That's
Yeah.
actually that's in Harlingen. I'm sorry, I'm confusing my parks. There's a park near here in
It's close
McAllen.
by. Yeah.
The Cal isn't it? Oh, I guess so. We could talk about places in Brownsville too, if people want to go to Brownsville. If
Yeah.
people are in Brownsville, but I go to a park here in McAllen.
Is
It's
it
called
Bill Shop or something like that?
Bill Sharp Park. Yes, I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
that
that was
park.
cool.
Yeah, I run there all the time, and it's like it's so chill, and there's hardly any people there. And I wear my
Mm.
mask, and it's like such a great place to like de-stress and just like relax.
Yeah.
And where do you like going?
I've been there a couple times. It's really cool. I also really like. My girlfriend showed me another one that has like a little lake. Fireman's Park.
Oh, okay.
That one's really cool, really cute, and people fish there. And yeah, I mean it's an
I've
open
been
place,
there.
to work.
I
Yeah,
like it a lot. Yeah, it's
yeah,
really cool.
it's really cool.
There's like a lot of
Um,
ducks. I remember last time I went, there was
yeah,
like so many ducks
and there's
everywhere.
like otters and stuff and
Really?
fish. It's
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty wild. There's, I think it was otters, some other animal and it was kind of dark when I went, so it was kind of scary because it
Oh
was so
wow.
dark. I was just
At
expecting
night?
ducks, but
Wow.
yeah, it was kind of scary. But other than that, let's see. I haven't gone, but I've heard a lot of people recently. I don't know why it got so popular. Sal de Rey.
Oh, do they do
Yeah.
stuff there?
The what?
Do they do stuff there?
I don't think they do stuff. You just go and take pictures.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying Sino Del Rey, which is, do you know where that is?
Oh, the movies. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, no, no,
I was like, wait, that
no.
place didn't seem too COVID friendly. But okay,
I don't recommend. We don't recommend going
we
in
don't
there.
recommend going there or
No.
anywhere near downtown.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea. But okay, so I saw
Uh,
people posting. That's like a trendy spot because there's like all that. It's all flat, right?
yeah.
In Sal del
And
Rey.
it's like salt
Yeah.
lake or salt deposit, something like that. Anyway, I'm sure you guys might have seen pictures of places like that. It's like just a plain thing, and then you can kind of see a reflection on the ground. So you can take a picture, and it looks like you're standing on water or something like that. It's
Oh,
really cool.
interesting. I have some friends that have went there on Instagram, and their pictures look super cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wait, where is that?
I think it's still Edinburgh, but it's super far north.
Hmm, that's
It's like
interesting.
it's a long drive.
That's yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Wow, that looks really long from here. But that could be a fun that could be like a really fun like camping trip. Just like making an
Yeah,
effort to like just clear out your calendar for like a couple days and just like go over there. It seems like
yeah.
really cool. I have really liked going. Like I have been appreciating eating at places in the outdoor area.
Hmm.
That makes any sense. Like, there's been places that I would normally eat at only inside, but because of COVID, I try to eat outside
Oh,
and like far away
yeah.
from everyone so that, it's not as like crazy. And
Hmm.
like, I don't know, I like to wear my mask even when I order food. I don't like to take off my mask until I'm about to eat. But some people don't
E-
they take off their mask while they're like, as soon as they sit down. And I'm just like very interested by that.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in a situation where I sit down and I order with my mask, right? So then they leave and they're like, "Oh, I'll bring you like your drink's already here or something." So I take off my mask to put the drink,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they come and I don't see them, so I have to be like,
Oh,
"You
yeah.
have to put it on real quick," and then just talk to them. Or like
I
they're already there, and I
yeah.
I put my mask in my pocket or something, and then I go like, "Okay, I don't want to," like they're asking me something,
Yeah.
like I'm trying to answer, but like
Oh,
trying to put my mask at the same time.
yeah. I'll be one to admit it. But I forget my mask sometimes. It's really scary.
Yeah.
Like I'll have it in my pocket, but I'll be like so caught up with things that I'll like go somewhere and then like I'll get caught off guard. Either I notice it or someone like will tell me like, "Hey, you should put your mask on." And it's really scary. Yesterday
Yeah.
I went to a gas station and it was like I was already like in my head like whatever, and then I got off and I just like walked in the gas station and then like I was like already like gonna pay and they were like, "You need a mask," and I was
Yeah.
like, and I like freaked out. And I was horrified, and then because I'm so scared that like it gives such a bad look to not have a mask on. Because I
Yeah.
could totally been like, "No, I'm not wearing a mask." But, like, it was
Like
really
yeah.
scary
One of
because I'm
those.
like, "No, I'm not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that." Like, I have family that are, in the healthcare industry. No, like, no, I believe in COVID, but it's scary. Like, even if you're trying to be as cautious as
Yeah.
possible.
Believe in silence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to me where I just walk in like normal to like Walmart or something. And I go, oh
Yeah.
shoot, I gotta put it on. But something that's interesting too is on the other side, sometimes I just like walk out of my house and I feel weird because I'm not wearing it. And
Mhm.
it's just in my house, like my backyard or whatever. But I feel like I'm missing something, which is weird that we already got used to it.
Yeah. In my
It's been like
apartment
a year, that we've been doing that.
yeah, it has been like a year. Yeah,
Almost. Yeah, almost.
yeah, almost, because it hit like in
That's crazy.
March.
Yeah, that's
I'll go to my balcony sometimes, and I'll like I won't have my mask on, and I just feel bad. I'm like I should have my mask on, but no one else in this apartment complex has their mask on. Like there's people that just walk around and they just don't have their masks on, like they just don't care, and I'm just like,
in the building.
yeah, like in the building and like outside. Because like we have a pretty big
Yeah.
outside area at our apartment complex. Like it's pretty like there's like little
Hmm.
there's like little trails and stuff around our apartment complex, like connecting all
Okay.
the buildings. And people just don't have masks on. Like they'll just be walking their dogs without masks. I'm like, that's really interesting. But they never did
Interesting.
have masks on.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
I'm
I
not
mean,
condoning it, but very interesting.
yeah, maybe
But
they
anyways,
just feel like,
let's start
yeah.
talking about our favorite places just in general, like going to like food places or like anywhere.
Oh, okay. I really like. I tried a new place a couple of weeks ago. Well, it's not like a new, but I just tried it. Bubba's in McAllen. I
Yeah,
don't know if you ever tried it.
yeah, the pizza's really good.
It's really good, and the name kind of sounds like, nah, I don't want to try that. Like I never went. Oh, like, oh, I want to go to Bubba's,
Yeah,
but we went and it was really good. We tried pizza, and it was Hawaiian pizza
yeah,
with
it's really good. I've
what
been
is it
there a
called?
couple times.
Yeah, and I had never tried pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
And it wasn't bad. It
You
was
can be
good.
honest. You don't have to lie.
No. Like honestly, I had never tried it because it sounds great. Like it. Why would they pick a fruit to
Yeah, was it like a
But
cool
like
contrast of like sweet to like savory?
yeah, but it wasn't even. It didn't feel that sweet. It just felt
Mm,
like you're chewing something.
yeah,
That doesn't sound good either.
you're chewing
But it
something.
was
Okay.
good.
All
Trust
right.
me.
I
Yeah.
always like to eat something and just be like, this feels like I'm just chewing.
No
I
flavor,
get
just
you. I
chew.
get you. I
Just
get
the
you.
text, just the texture.
Um,
That was really good.
I love going to the McAllen Public Library. They're like, I have friends that work there, and they take like crazy COVID precautions, and everything's like socially distant, and it's really nice. Like I like going and just like checking out books and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have
I don't
friends that
think
work
I've,
there too, and they're
I
like
don't
really
think I've
cool.
been there.
And then the IMAS, um, the Museum of Arts and Sciences.
Oh yeah,
Now,
I
yeah,
love music.
now with COVID, like they have like limited like guest times
Yeah,
and stuff, and like I like
mhm.
going because like no one's there.
Yeah, it's really quiet, really nice.
Yeah,
I don't like that they have to like close some of the areas that are
yeah,
more like you touch things, but it was still really cool. I
hmm,
love looking at the animals, the
yeah.
bugs they have, stuff. Yeah. Let's see what else. I've been to
I'm trying to
just
think.
other restaurants.
McDonald's is great. Whataburger's awesome.
Yeah. Just take out food.
Takeout is just like
Um,
fantastic.
that's basically
The
it. I mean, I don't know.
transition to curbside was very interesting because like I would never use curbside before COVID, and now everywhere I go, I get curbside everything. Like I love it.
Yeah,
It's like super
yeah,
convenient.
that's true. That was always something. That was something that already existed. But I was like, nah, why would I do that? Just get the food. Just just go in and get the food. But yeah,
Yeah.
it turned out really useful. No.
Where else can students go to feel safe and get away?
You can go to UTRGV
Oh yeah, so I was gonna
because
say when I went to UTRGV a couple times, there's just people running like the Bronx Trail with like masks
yeah,
on. and they're just like
Yeah.
exercising and just vibing, and that's really cool. Like, yeah, I think like especially with UTRGV being like a commuter college, it's
Hmm.
very much open to like the public. So yeah, like I would
Yeah.
say there's hardly anyone even on campus, so just abide by the COVID precautions. And yeah, like I sometimes just go to UTRGV just to like walk around.
Yeah, I think it's great, and especially if you know UTRGV from before, um, like the parking is awesome, and there you don't even need a permit right now to park anywhere. I don't think, maybe just in zone 1 and 2, but I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, it's really empty and peaceful. It's a really cool place.
Masks up, bees up, you know, just abide by all the local precautions.
Yeah, if you're gonna go anywhere, the places that we're talking about, you should put on a mask.
Yeah.
Except if you're going like a party with like 100
Mm,
people,
mm-hmm.
then you can just take it off.
Unless you're tagging along with me, then
Yeah,
no matter.
yeah. Because then what's the fun?
There's no fun in that. Yeah, it's like there's no thrill.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, but I think I'm really like I'm every day I'm like happy that I've never had COVID before, because like
Yep.
geez, that would be that would suck.
Yeah. Yesterday, not yesterday, like 2 days ago, I got scared because I started feeling like a headache and like runny nose. I know runny nose is a part of it, but that's what I felt too. But like a headache, and it was awful. And then I went to sleep, and then I was fine the next day. So I'm glad that it wasn't that, but yeah, and even if you're careful, like it could happen to anyone, so it's not like you're guilty,
Yeah.
because I know that some people, well, if you tell them like, "Oh, I have COVID," they might be like, "Oh, what were you doing? You
Yeah.
were out with Jerry
Hmm.
party."
Yeah.
But yeah, as careful as you are, it might happen. So
And
just
then I think it's just important to like learn, like if you've gotten COVID, you get to like learn what it's like, and hopefully you can take as much precautions as possible to like stay in and get your vaccine once like you pass the virus
mhm,
still, because like you still want to take the vaccine
yep.
even if you have had COVID, just to like be safe. And yeah, I think it's interesting. I definitely think where we live, which is the Rio Grande Valley, like it's COVID is still a thing that, you know, is still really very, very important. Like we still need to be very, very cautious and
Yeah,
safe. And yeah,
yeah.
that took a dark turn.
That's what the what?
I was like, that took a dark turn. But no, like like I think we can see the comedy in a lot of this, which is like funny. But like at the end of the day, you want to stay safe. You want to wear your mask, and you want to be just you want to be responsible. And even if you don't have
Mhm,
family that is susceptible to COVID, or maybe you don't have a family, like maybe you just like whatever. I'm the only one at risk here. But in truth, everyone around you is at risk because of
yeah.
you. So it's just important to realize the bigger picture and think of your friends' families. You know,
Hmm.
it's all about helping your neighbor at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And all these places we mentioned today, you know, the Pendleton Park in Harlingen or anywhere else, yeah, just be safe, wear your mask, and take those precautions as needed until you know we get to get out of this pandemic, which
Hmm.
hopefully soon.
Oh, the drive-in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the drive-in's really cool. I haven't gone recently because I don't have movies that are that good because they're mainly just putting old movies, but it's still a cool experience. That's another thing that another place you could go, and you can just stay in your car, and you can stay in their car for the whole time. You can buy snacks at the thing, but I mean, if you're careful, it's fine. But if you don't want to, then you can literally just stay in your car, watch a movie, and then drive off.
That's Westmer, right?
Yeah, Westmer.
Yeah.
In Westlaco or Mercedes. I guess both.
Right in between.
In between, yeah.
Yeah, which is why it's called Westmer.
Westlaco Mercedes.
Westlaco and then Mercedes. It's a little fun fact.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
You could say you learned that from the FYE podcast. All right, well, I think we covered a lot of topics today, and I hope everyone that listened enjoyed the like casual, relaxed vibe of this
Yeah, we should do it more often.
For sure, I agree.
If we don't have any topics prepared, just
maybe we can do that. Like one very crazy podcast with like a guest and like a set topic, and then just like a week to chill off.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely did too. I think we're already reaching our 30-minute mark. So,
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else you wanted to say before we tag out?
Not really. I don't think.
All right.
Just take her easy.
And exactly. And by that, I mean wear the mask, be safe. And,
yeah, everything we said.
Everything we said. Yes.
Just take it
Closure.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. So thank you so much for listening to this episode of the FYE Podcast, where we cover the topics of COVID and fun places to visit and still wear your mask. And we hope that you enjoyed it. And we'll be seeing you next week when we cover a sneak peek at what the crazy thing about cryptocurrency and the stock market is like.
Ooh. That's right. That's true.
I'm just gonna say, invest in GameStop. Don't do that. We'll wait for the next podcast.
Wait to listen to our podcast and then invest in GameStop.
Use our promo code on Robinhood.
Download Honey.
Get the Honey. Get the Honey Chrome extension. All right. Well, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you all in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.